Hello, I'm excited to give you the September board report. First of all, under consent agenda, we have bills totaling $17,924,816.78. A significant amount of that is related to paying off some of the bond issues that we have. Number 4 under consent agenda was to let bids for the auditorium renovation at Van Horn High School. This is actually the largest project that we have as part of the bond projects. It will take us a little bit to de-scope whenever we get the bids in, so we will not take this before the board until November for approval. Under Superintendent's Report, I talked to the board about what a great start we've had to the school year. I can't say thank you enough to all of our staff members. They're the reason that we've had such a smooth start. It really feels like a normal school year, and I think everyone, myself included, really needed a normal school year. So really excited about that. I also talked to the school board about our enrollment. Our enrollment is down a little bit this year compared to last. As of last Friday, our enrollment was 13,899 students, and that's K through 12 students. Compared to last year, we were at 14,032 on the Friday. And then if I jump all the way back to the 2019-2020 school year, that was the year that the pandemic hit in the spring, our enrollment that year at approximately the same time was 14,200 students. So overall, we are down about 300 students pre-pandemic. Our final assessed valuation did come in. It is at $1,272,981,352. This is really similar to what our preliminary AV was. And then lastly, I talked about the 4-day instructional school week. Many of you may remember that the board did approve a resolution last month to explore the 4-day week. There's been a lot of work done in this last month. First of all, we have had numerous Zoom calls with school districts across the country that have instituted a 4-day instructional week, trying to understand how they introduced it, learn about best practices from them. So that's been very informational. We've obviously done a lot of research on peer-reviewed materials as well. And also we are starting the process of getting committees together. We want to involve our parents, our students even in this, looking at some of the things that we can do in a 4-day instructional week, business and community leaders as well. So through all of this, I'm really excited about the start that we've had to just exploring the 4-day week. I just want to remind everyone that there has not been a decision made to move to a 4-day week, but we're trying to lay the groundwork that if we would proceed, that we would have the pertinent information so we can make an informed decision on this. As far as the board agenda, first of all, item number 1, we did have a presentation on bond issue projects. I'm very excited to say that they are going very well. We are ending phase 2, starting into phase 3 of the bond projects. Item number 2 was a presentation on the district's assessment plan to the Board of Education, and then followed up with that, item 3 was the approval of the district's assessment plan. Item number 4 was the approval of the 2022-2023 transportation routes. Last year we had 229 unique routes. We did have a reduction in that down to 209, and a lot of that was we consolidated routes where we could. Obviously we did have a change of our walk boundaries from a mile to a mile and a half for our secondary students, so that did reduce the number of routes, and we had to do that because of a bus driver shortage. So again, I want to reiterate to everyone, if you know of individuals, or if you as an individual are interested in driving a bus, we would love for you to apply because there is still a need for that. Item number 5 under new business, we did have the approval to adopt the local plan for compliance and the assurance statement of Part B, Section 613 of IDEA. And this is something that we have to do every year as part of our special education requirements that we are in compliance with both state and federal regulations. And then lastly, we had item number 6. That was the approval of the declaration of surplus items. We do this typically 4 times a year for any items that we want to either sell or dispose of. So with that, that is the September board report. Again, I would like to thank our parents, our staff for such a great start to the school year. I couldn't be more pleased. And with that, that is your September board report. Have a great week.